We're just at the side of Hollingwood Crematorium and Cemetery. I like to spend quite a bit of time in graveyards, as you've probably become aware if you've watched a few of my videos. It's not because I delight in people, you know, being in graves, but I just find it so interesting, so bloody interesting. Still got this dry cough. It's driving me mad when I speak to my doctor next week. Just all in my ears, that's what it is, my ears tickle. And it makes me cough. If you suffer from it, you'll know exactly how bloody annoying it is. But yeah, I like to spend a bit of time in the cemeteries because you've got all the birds and it's just peaceful and quiet. And it's interesting, you know, you can read about people from years ago and discover lots. Oh, it's a beautiful day. I can't get over how bloody nice it is. I even thought about putting a sundress on today, but it's not quite that warm. I wanted to show you around the side of the crematorium office, which I think is this building here, because that's where they all work from. This must be, I don't know what this is, I don't know if someone actually lives there or whether it's closed, but I was in here a few weeks back. I'm here quite often actually, I like it. But yeah, I wanted to show you around here because there's the front of the building that no one ever seems to walk on. It's quite interesting. So that's the door that the workers will go in. Their offices are just here. But look at this beautiful part of the, look, it's that mossy, no one ever walks on it. Oh, it's beautiful. And as you know, I'm obsessed with doors. It's got the most amazing door. Look at that. Look at that. This building was built in 1888. And that was way before the modern day. Limeside Estate was here, but of course this cemetery, I think the first person buried in this cemetery was, I think it was 1889. I actually found, I'm not going to go and film it now, but I actually found the first stone to be placed. I just wanted to look at that door now. Look at that door knocker. Look at that. Looks like a face, doesn't it? Right. So what we're going to do, as you know in my videos, I like to talk a little bit about history and stuff. The problem that I've got is because Limeside's as new as it is, this video is going to be more of a just walking around it and just seeing what we can find type video. But we'll give it a good go. Got one little bit of information I'd like to share with you, mainly around the shops area, which we'll go there first, and then we'll have a look at the streets and see what's what, and yeah, I'll get back to you soon. So yeah, I'm just making the walk, the long walk back down there. In the distance you've got the Sutton Cemetery and Hollins Road, and we're making our way onto Limeside. I just wanted to say actually, while we're doing this bit of a walk, the other day I was in the supermarket, and one of my subscribers, Steve, said hello, and you know, I was really taken aback. To be fair, I've seen the fella about in the area, because you see local people, don't you, going shop and stuff. But no, it was really kind of him to say hello, and he said he always enjoys watching the videos. And you know what, this channel, it's just my little hobby, you know, but it's also because I do it because I want to record Oldham as it is now, not only for the people that don't live here anymore, but for the people that are still to come, if you know what I mean, and who might not have most of these sites that I film. You know, they knock things down for fun, so some of these buildings aren't going to be here in the future, and that's why I do it. Now, if you do see me out and about, please do say hello. I might look at you a bit strange at first, because I don't expect anyone I don't know to be letting on, because it's weird nowadays, isn't it? But please do. I think we've got some guys off-roading down here. Let's go and have a look. Yeah, it's obviously some sort of recreational field. Right, we're coming up to the shops. Some of these have been rebuilt. There used to be some very old shops. Now, I don't know if it's the same ones and they've just spruced them up, but this, for instance, here, this is the library and chemist. I think there's a doctor's in there as well. Yeah, so St Peter's Church, which used to stand at Spindles, well, not where Spindles, where the shopping centre is now. Now that one, you'll probably know, I've seen my previous videos, now that was knocked down. Now the idea was originally that they were going to take it brick by brick. That building was built in the, I think it was late 1700s. Rumour has it they built it because they didn't want the poor people going in St Mary's Church, which is the big Oldham church. Well, it's St Mary's and St Peter's now, but anyway, St Peter's, the idea was they were going to knock it down and they were going to bring it brick by brick to Limeside for the people that were going to be living on here, but it was decided that that was going to be too expensive, so they ended up knocking it down. But one thing they did do is they built a church here, which was, my mum said it was quite similar to Liverpool Cathedral, and I think it was about here, but I might be wrong. But anyway, what they did is the bell that used to be in the church of St Peter's, they actually mounted it in the church, that the modern church that they built on Limeside. Now that was demolished, and it was demolished in a very short length of time as well. As I don't know, it's been gone a few years, so I don't know where that bell is now, but that bell would have been from the 1700s. So if anyone knows what happened to the bell of St Peter, please let me know. But yeah, I think these are all brand new buildings, you know. So the old shops used to sort of go around on like an arc, but this is what they've got in Limeside today. Wow, everyone, look at that. I'm not going to focus on someone's house, but look how they made it mock Tudor. Can you see? They put like, what do you call it? Folding doors on the outside of the windows, and they must have bought that, mustn't they? Interesting. A lot of people own their houses on Limeside now. You see quite a lot for sale as well. I would definitely buy one of these houses. I like this estate. I think everybody that lives on it is pretty sound. Yes, it's got its characters. It's always had its characters. But I was talking to my neighbour before, and they grew up on here. And I won't name them because that's not fair, but they grew up on here, and they said to me, look, you know, there's a real good sense of community on Limeside. It's one thing that it's always retained, you know, a good sense of community, and you know, you can walk around here and no one hassles you, no one says anything. You're strange face because you don't live on the estate. No one says anything at all. That shop there, you know, the Elms Local, it's a pretty good shop that. They literally have everything you can possibly need. Everything. But I do forget about it because I don't really live in this area, so. But from time to time if I'm passing through, I'll stop and go in because honestly it's just really good. Now, thought we'd stop by the football club, but I wanted to sort of talk about this building here. This building is a cafe, obviously not open now because no one can sit in. I don't know if it's open in the week. I imagine it does a roaring trade when the football's on. I'm not going to focus on it for ages, but I think this must be one of the original buildings that would have stood on Limeside before it was Limeside, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I mean, it's heaving down here when the football's on. Cars are literally parked up and down the street, you can't park. And wow, you know what? This is the first time I've ever actually stopped and looked at this place. So you've got all the sponsors above, the Vesticare Stadium. And here everybody would go in. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see any of it, unfortunately. Actually, yeah. We go through this gate that's not a gate. Always make me laugh, stuff like this, you know, where they've got a gate up but then, oh bugger it, I can't see. I don't know. Oh, what a shame. I wanted to show you inside, but there you go. Right, okay, let's go to the park and have a look at that. You know, these houses here, how beautiful are them houses? Seriously, they're absolutely huge. They must be 4 bedroom houses minimum. I think most of these are owned on here. You know what I would definitely buy? Look at that. Nice gardens to the rear, nice gardens to the front. The park in front here. I mean, what else do you need? Somebody's had a good Saturday night, haven't they? But drop the tea. Gutted. Now this park, I believe it was opened, I think it was 1918. I've not got my phone with me to check, but I'm pretty sure it's 1918. It's been going for a long time anyway. One of the things I like about it, do you see this guy on this bike here? He's actually going around a concrete path. And if you look at it over there, so it's all wobbly. It'd be great going around that on a bike, wouldn't it? Right, so we're in the park. There's a guy on a... So we're in the park and I knew that this was here, but I've never been and looked at it before. It looks like they've got tennis courts and either a netball or a basketball thing. They've got a football field. They've got everything. It's amazing. And I won't film the other bit because there's kids there, but I mean literally the park is just full of people today. The weather is just stunning. Right, you know what I want to find? Oh, look at these old gates. Look at them old gates. Wow. Right, I want to go and find Limeside School, the old one. I think it's down here. Let's go down and see what we can find. quiet. We're still in lockdown, aren't we? So people are out. People are just doing their houses up, and the streets are so bloody quiet. Sometimes, you know, I wonder if people will ever get back to just, you know, going about, and I suppose they will in time, won't they? I'm trying to find this bleeding school, and I don't know where the frig it is. I don't know if this is it. That looks like it might be someone's house. Oh no, this is it. This is the school. Oh, fantastic. Let's get a look through at this then. Yesterday I was going to the shop, and I had to run back in the house because I saw the most spectacular sunset I think I've ever seen in my entire life. The colour of the sky, it was just so beautiful. If you're still watching the video now and you just keep up till the end, you'll see it. Honestly, it's absolutely beautiful. I think I'm on 3rd Ave now. Yeah, I am. 3rd Ave. I'm just going to cross over. So yeah, I was going to say, I mean, obviously Limeside's a big place, and believe it or not, I've actually been walking around it now for a good while, trying to put something together for the video. As I said before, look at that little black cat there. As I said before, I can only really comment on what I see. There's not that much history to talk about, to say, but it's more about bringing back memories for people this who probably maybe don't live in the area anymore, or moved off years ago and don't now live here. So there's something really interesting I want to show you on these shops down here. We're just coming up to these shops now. It's just after 5th Ave. Just thinking, you know, I'm absolutely ravenous. You know what I've had all day? I had a piece of bread, toast, a little wholemeal one. I had an egg, put an egg on top of it. Nice, but we're coming on for like 3:30 in the afternoon now, and that was at 9:30 this morning, so I'm a bit hungry. I'm thinking I might jump in my car and drive up to Union Street in Oldham. There's a Lebanese, is it Lebanese? Yeah, Lebanese takeaway. It is stunning. There's that one. Oh, look at that squirrel. There's that one. And there's one next door to it. They do some really nice food as well. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go there. But this is the shop I wanted to show you. Now, I've looked at this before. Now, if you lived on Limeside years ago and you saw this, you might be able to tell me what it says. But it says, on the left there, I think it says cake and pies. Cake and pies, I think. And someone's put a cone up there. And then this one, can't work out what that says. I stood here the other day looking at it for about 10 minutes. Something pure, don't know. But these shops, these are really old. I would imagine these were definitely built as part of the original estate. I'm assuming. I'm sure there's plenty of people that know more about Limeside than I do. And I'd invite anyone to comment below anything they know, any memories or anything like that, any histories, any stories. Right, so we're coming up to the end of our tour. Just have a look at that sunset in a minute when I put it up. I'm sorry I didn't get round every street, and if anyone really wants a part 2, you know, if it's that interesting for you, I would be more than happy. And if you've got any requests of any streets that you want filming from your memories, let me know and I'll go and film them. I'd be really happy to do that for you. And just going back to what I was saying before, if you can help me out to get to at least 1,000 subs ASAP, I would love it, because I want to get a proper editing tool so that when I'm loading these videos, you can get them in the best detail. Because honest to God, right, on this camera they're mint, but by the time it's gone through that editing tool, it's crap. So you know, there's a fella on YouTube that gets stuff like this that he finds in the back alleys and stuff, and he does it up till it's absolutely mint. You put it in your house. Anyway, we're just coming down to Randolph. Have you seen what someone's done here? I don't understand it. I don't understand why it's empty. Look at that. Wow, I bet this is full of rats, this, at night. But yeah, it's a bit of a dumping ground, and I don't know why, but people have just come and smashed every single window that they can get their hands on. It's a massive house. I don't understand why it's not got people living in it. Anyway, mystery. Right, I'm going to call it quits there. I'm going to get in my car. I'm going to go to Oldham. I'm going to go to that Lebanese. I'm going to get myself something nice to eat. I was going to cook, but really can't be bothered. So I'm working all week